a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News, and they're brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren has chosen a high-rise development proposal for the Port of Rochester redevelopment, not the plan the Charlotte Community Association and the Charlotte Business Association favored. Mayor Warren says the city will now begin talks with Michigan-based Edgewater Resources on its plan for a 10 or more story hotel and condominium complex. This is a $73 million proposal with 120 condos. Mayor Warren made her choice just 2 weeks after a public hearing in Charlotte that showed off concepts for a high-rise and a competing low-rise building. The Charlotte Community Association favored the low-rise plan. Spencer Ash, the director of the city's business and housing development programs, says this will trigger an 8-month process of negotiations.
Built into our agreement going forward will be in a dialogue period where essentially the developer will be having structured conversations with neighborhood associations, the merchants associations, concerned citizens and stakeholders, and having an opportunity to express their concerns about the project and having an opportunity to get a real response from the developers. And the city is very interested in coordinating that effort and making sure that it's successful.
And the city has met repeatedly over the past several years with the community and the business association as it inched towards this port redevelopment plan. The Ontario County Sheriff's Office says a driver was killed in a single-car crash on Country Road 40 in East Bloomfield. Ontario County Sheriff Phil Poverow says the crash happened late Wednesday afternoon near the intersection with Bailey Road. The car went into a tree. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene, and the victim's name has not yet been released. The Rochester School District says an Albany area company has submitted a plan to take over operation of East High School. The city schools are under orders from the State Education Department to come up with a plan for improving student performance at East by May 15th, or the state will take over. One of the 5 options is to contract with an educational partnership organization to take over the school. The only EPO plan submitted by the Wednesday deadline is from a company called School Turnaround, a subsidiary of the Rensselaerville Institute. School Superintendent Bolgan Vargas plans to submit a recommendation to the school board by May 5th. A state Supreme Court judge has thrown out one of the legal challenges to the NY SAFE Act. Acting Justice Thomas McNamara has ruled the message of necessity issued by Governor Cuomo to bring the gun control law up to a vote without the usual 3-day waiting period is constitutional. It was challenged by activist Bob Schultz and his group We the People of New York. Schultz also claimed the SAFE Act infringes on the rights guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution, but Judge McNamara ruled it falls short of that test. Schultz says he plans an appeal directly to the State Court of Appeals. A judge has upheld an agreement between the owners of Mario's Restaurant and the owner of Clover Lanes in Brighton, giving the Daniele family the right of first refusal to buy the bowling alley. The Danielles went to court after the owners of Clover Lanes accepted a purchase offer from Delta Sonic, the car wash chain. The Danielles have their own car wash in the same neighborhood. State police in Canandaigua have charged a Victor man with filing a false instrument for lying on a peace officer registry form he filed with the state. The fake document allowed 44-year-old Dylan Chase to be appointed an SPCA law enforcement officer in Livingston County. When the fraud was detected, Chase was arrested. Chase is a convicted felon who called himself the chief detective and special agent of the SPCA Humane Corporation. He's repeatedly been arrested on assorted charges relating to impersonating a peace officer. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one, and we post updates during the day as necessary, text updates. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.